The last 15 minutes, and why did it take you so long to find that missing ingredient?
Oh, we had the ball. Pretty simple. And Scotland had a lot of ball. We were defending. It felt like we were defending the whole time in the game. But the game is strange because when you have the ball, and it might only be for 3-4 phases, you get a penalty, you kick into the corner, you kick the touch, you retain the ball, and the momentum game changes very quickly. I think what we know is that we're a team that are more dangerous with the ball when we reach the right levels of intensity. We know that we've come to a very difficult place to play today. Murrayfield, you know, the number of wins that they've had here over the last number of years against a side that was brimming full of confidence. But then I saw a team that fought in a huge amount of adversity. I know you were there in the hotel. We said bugger all to you on Thursday what was going on, but it was. I hate giving the guys credit because I know how deeply they're hurt, but we know when we have the ball, we know the challenge, we know the level we have to get to in the coming weeks, months and years in Italian rugby, but we know we've started a process that I think everyone can see is doing the right things, and we have a lot to do. But when you see the impact that some of the guys are having, the way they're trying to play, the numbers that we'll have coming back into this squad over the coming months, and then the competition that will bring, but we're about the here and now, and I'm disappointed because if we had held the ball, we know that we've got players who can cause damage, and they showed that today. But then a huge amount of credit, you know, I could sit here and say Gula Palazzani, our ball was slow at the base of a ruck. I nearly had to carry him off a plane on Wednesday when we got here. He was so ill, and then we lose Tito before the kick-off, and Gulo, he got up to say, Gulo, 80 minutes please. Thank you very much, get to the breakdown quickly. So to have that sort of character in a person, people from the outside don't see that, but it's not an alibi, it's not an excuse, it's a fact. But you can't buy heart like that, you actually can't. So people say, why didn't we move the ball quicker from the breakdown? And I'm looking going, wow, what a kid that fella is to have done that for his country today, because we had nothing else. We had no other option to go, and he went the full 80. But we know that we'll dust ourselves down, like we always say, look ahead. I can't wait for next week already. What gives me energy always to come back out fighting with these guys is the energy I see in them, and we know it's the biggest war you could ever have, and we're at the front line fighting the whole time, fighting fight some people don't think we can win, but we will.
And Sergio, how much pride do you take from the way that the team came back in the final quarter?
Yeah, as I said before, in Italian, as captain, it's every time important when you feel your teammate, you know, never give up until the end, and especially the guys from the bench doing a good impact on the game. And you know, I don't want to add more things that Conor say everything, but as captain, every time it's important to, you know, when you play 80 minutes, you can't play. And you know, just when you see the score is gone, you can just release and leave, and maybe leave Scotland, maybe score another free try, so you can still fight in and keep the ball. And the good thing is we keep the ball, we score tries, and 2 tries we score from receiving a kickoff from our 22, just keeping the ball and play. So obviously it's a shame because it's at the end of the game. The result was done, but was good for the team, for the spirit of the team to finish well. And we must to, you know, next week against Wales, we must to go in on this game against Wales, on the game against Wales with this attitude to keep the ball, and you know, don't leave them all the possession, because today we saw against Scotland when give a lot of possession and you defend. Well, it's tough. Some moments you know concede tries.
More in English, guys, please.
No, I didn't carry him off the plane. I'm too weak for that. No, he was just. I mean, Sergio will say he was so ill. I mean, usually get on a plane and you hope that someone isn't getting sick until they land. But it was before we even took off. So no, it was just horrible to see. It really was. So we amended a lot of what we did. I was right beside it. It wasn't nice. The air hostesses were incredible because
it
wasn't a pleasant trip. Yeah, it was just a virus that went through a number of the guys, and it happened to affect the centres more than anything. Costello, Parisse, Tommy Benvenuti, all of them. So yeah, it was an interesting challenge, but as I said even before what happens, it's interesting to see people's reactions to that as well, because we're on a journey, and today was difficult, but it was difficult not because of that. It was difficult because we didn't hold the ball, and I just love. I want to have success for Sergio and for these guys, because they give so much against a huge amount of odds, but we're fighting every inch to. And we'll get there. It mightn't be with me, it mightn't be with Sergio. We hope and dream it will be, but it will be something that we will do everything and set the foundations for a great future. And I know when I see that fight, we'll get there.
Mr. Bowley, the virus as well?
No, he's back. He couldn't script that, could you? He kicked the ball, and he couldn't lift his leg. So it just went to them in the warm up. So that happens. It happens, and we just went in and just said Sergio and Ian McKinley and Edo Padavani have played a lot of scrum half in their time. So just went to Sergio and said, quick change at the end. Hopefully no one realised we were no 9 on the bench, or else we could have gone back tomorrow Bergamasco maybe.
Thanks.